Hello everyone, welcome to Recursive Gaming. This is my video on Star-Lord and the last 3 arena fights for the original campaign against the multiple targets, and then the last arena fight against Ares and Maestro, along with the skill builds that I'll be using for those fights. First, his area damage skill build, and then his single target damage skill build that I use, along with a full explanation of each. So, let's go ahead and get started. And let's start things off with his area damage skill build. Space Pirate Burning Multi-Blast is in the first spot. This is kind of a multi-target skill and also not at the same time. He doesn't hit a certain range in front of him. He hits multiple targets with the same amount of bullets every single time. So if he's going against one enemy, he'll use the same amount of bullets as he is if he's going against 3 enemies. So the more targets you face, the less damage this ability will do, because the damage is shared between them. Okay, the reason this is in the first spot is because it gives the enemies a chance to group up together and start coming after you, and you want to set them up so that they're all in a line so that you can benefit more from the next 2 skills. Skill number 2 is Blaster Charge Dance Electric. This skill hits enemies in a line, so once again, by grouping them up, you're giving this skill a chance to hit more enemies. It does decent damage, but again, it's kind of filler leading up to your big hit. This is your best friend. This is the biggest damage ability in Star-Lord's kit. This is the best ability for single target damage and area damage. Alright, so you're going to give them a chance to all group up. Right, you're trying to kite them away from you. They're all lining up in a line, and then you do massive damage with this skill. Elemental Cannon Laser Eraser. In the fourth spot, now that we've used up a lot of our stamina with the first 3 abilities, we're going to use Stamina Recovery, 31% for 10 seconds, and Dodge Skill Recovery, 31% for 10 seconds. You might be asking, why am I not recommending the critical rate increase? The reason why is because Star-Lord has no iframes. Star-Lord is one of the only characters in the game that has not a single iframe. If you're wondering what an iframe is, it's invincibility frame. Okay, so during certain animations, certain characters cannot be targeted or hit. Star-Lord does not benefit from those at all with any of his skills. So the only way he can get the same effect is with his dodges. So therefore, if you're going into a battle and you're below the recommended power rating, you can get 1 hit. And you need to make sure you have that safety net of enough dodges so that you don't get 1 hit, or you can escape that damage because you just don't have iframes to rely on. This dodge skill recovery is going to be a lifesaver for Star-Lord. He absolutely needs those dodges. That being said, if you're confident in your skill, if you know the fight like the back of your hand, if you know you can predict the enemy and you don't need the extra dodge recovery, yes, I recommend going with critical rate. So I am going to be going with critical rate because I have done this fight so many times. I am confident I only need the set number of dodges. I don't need the dodge recovery, so I'll go with critical rate. 5th slot is the Problem Solver Explosive Crescendo. Okay, the reason I recommended this instead of the other skills is because it has one of the higher damage modifiers, except for this. You might be thinking, this is literally twice the damage. Yes, but it only hits 1 target, guys. This is not an area damage skill, Rapid Fire Spin. This is in my single target damage build, as you'll see later in the video, but Explosive Crescendo hits a lot more enemies, so it does more damage. Now, you could ask, why am I not using Rewind instead? Rewind also does good area damage, yes, but it has a lower damage modifier. So, also, the guard break for this is higher, if that matters. And you'll see that we have a chance to guard break some of the enemies in the fights that we're going up against. When we go up against the bosses that come after the big, groups of enemies. And against those bosses that we're going to fight, there is a chance to break their guard. So having higher guard break plus higher damage modifier just pushes the skill that much, in favor over Rewind. And that's why I chose this one. So that's the entire skill build. Let's go ahead and get those fights going. Okay, first fight, here we go. We are currently about 5,000 above the recommended power. Alright. In this case, they're all coming at us anyways. So, didn't really matter which skill was first. But as you can see, I'm going to group them up, and then I'm going to buff my critical rate, and they're going to land the big hits. Look at that. Just melted the whole group. So, that damage is pretty awesome, actually. Bit of a waste on that skill there. Didn't really hit too many people. Alright, so I'm going to actually land. I don't want to actually be flying right now. Okay. It's not showing all the damage. Maybe because I have the graphics a little bit lowered. Not sure. You want to keep kiting away. Trying to hit as many in a line as you can. Nope, that only hit one, unfortunately. It doesn't work out the way you want it to every single time. Alright, so we just got the two left. We're going to keep dodging. Don't want to take unnecessary damage. Okay, come on. I actually don't want to be flying. They nerfed in the game. They nerfed flying. A lot of the enemies, so I broke his guard. If I was using the other skill that had low guard break instead of high, I probably would not have broken his guard that early. So nice, broke his guard too. There's some proof that the extra guard break does come in handy. Okay, here we go. We're gonna break these guys at least once, probably. Okay. Okay, we're gonna dodge out. I don't want to get hit. And trying not to take unnecessary damage. I locked target on the guy throwing the axes so I could get out of his line of sight. There we go. Now, when he throws his regular ones, he doesn't miss, unfortunately. Now that I've got the crit rate buff on, I'm going to land my ult. Okay. Man. The timing is just kind of unfortunate. Broke my guard. Oh, man. Oh, no way. He kind of sucked me in there. I couldn't do anything about it. Okay, we're going to try and line these guys up. Okay, broke his guard. We'll use this to kill him off. Okay, remember, lock the target. And he's going to do that, so I don't want to be anywhere near him. I can wait till he finishes. Okay, you do not want to get hit by the jump smash. That hurts a lot. And again, try not to get hit by that. See, I'm trying to save my dodges. As Star-Lord, you really want to make full use of those because they're your best friend for avoiding damage. Okay, so broke his guard again. And that should do it. One more. Forgot about this guy. Okay. Okay. I dodged at the end of the animation there, so I wouldn't take damage from landing on those traps. If you're dodging, you're invulnerable. It's an iframe. So you can sometimes use a dodge to get rid of those traps without taking the damage from the trap. Iframes are a great way to bait certain abilities out too. Like you can just know that something that would normally do a lot of damage, you don't have to evade it. You can just tank it because you're going to be invulnerable. So, alright. We lose the ultimate charge after this fight is over, so we might as well use it. And that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. And here we are at the second arena fight. I'm still below recommended power by a little bit, I think about 11,000. Actually, I think it was 9,000. Okay. So, group them up. Don't want to waste our big hits and only hit a couple. We want to take advantage of the better skills as much as possible. I have it on auto, but that's not really going to make it difficult for me in any way. That was a lot of damage. Excellent. Okay, that just about does it. Alright. So you might be thinking you can just go ahead and take the hits. And you're right. I'm not going to die from 3 or 4 of them. But why take unnecessary damage? If you're a fresh 100, if this is your main character, then I don't know. A really good piece of advice is don't waste your health pots. You'll spend so much gold on health pots, especially as you're trying to go and continue the campaign in the Dark Domain. The Dark Domain gets really difficult. Okay, I'm talking, if you thought Sakar was hard, the Dark Domain is on another level. Alright, so let them all do their smash before I head back in. Because, remember, those aren't iframes. If I jump in there with my skill, I'll take full damage if I'm within range, even though I'm in the middle of an ability, because I have no iframes as Star-Lord. So you don't want to let them hit you by accident. Let them finish their attack animation before you jump in. Okay, so we're going to hit those, and then we'll buff our crit, and then we'll hit them in a line. We'll dodge back and hit them in a line again. Did not line that up well. I hit the left edge there, so could have been done a lot better, but that's okay. I got 2 skills coming up. One blessing about Star-Lord is a really good cooldown. He has good DPS. His abilities are up again pretty fast. So, and that does it. Here we do with the Devourers. Okay. Lock target to make it easier. Anticipate the attack coming and start dodging before the attack starts. Because if you wait, then it's already too late. Okay. As you see there, I took a lot of damage. But if I'm dodging before, I make it out. Same. Just keep going like this. Okay. I'll go ahead and use this. No reason to hold on to it. I'm going to take a lot of damage there. Okay. Oh, nice. I broke their guard. So yeah, try not to take damage you don't have to. As I said before, health potions are extremely expensive. It's where a lot of your gold is going to go. And it looks like that's it for this one. I'll see you guys in the last battle after we go over his single target damage build. And here we are for his single target damage build. If you're coming in here at low power level, right, or if you find that you're having a really hard time and you can't seem to complete the boss without dying and every single hit kills you, again, dodge is your best friend. I would consider using this skill right here for the extra dodge gauge recovery. It can save your life. That being said, I'm going to boost the rest of my skill kit with critical rate, and it's going to set me up for a little bit more damage. Now, this is not massive, guys. This is not going to make or break your fight. If you're finding that your damage is a little bit low, that's okay. You can still finish the fight. There's not a time limit, okay? There's not an enrage timer. You can take your time and beat the boss. So that being said, the critical rate is nice, but if you're coming in here at low power level, you're not going to have a lot of crit damage anyways. So the critical rate isn't really going to help you all that much. So just consider using this and being safe, okay? It'll definitely make your life a lot easier. So, I'm going to boost my critical rate. Second, I'm actually going to jump straight into my biggest hit. And the reason why is because in those damage windows, when I'm ready for the boss to be standing still for a second, and I have a chance to land a big damage hit, I want the skills in the beginning of my rotation to set up that damage and execute it as fast as possible. Alright, so then number 3 is actually going to be my second biggest hit. This skill right here is his second hardest hitting skill. It's just as strong, arguably pretty close, to Laser Eraser. It's also a little bit better because he has a little bit of movement. So sometimes it can actually get you out of the line of fire for an enemy skill. However, they're roughly about the same, except this one has a slightly longer cooldown. Okay, so DPS wise, this skill does more damage purely by the numbers. However, this skill does more than just single target. So there's going to be lots of times when you're in a fight against one target and then they call in adds. Okay, so this one does just as much damage as this one, almost, but this one is only single target, period. Does not hit more than one target at a time. Okay, so this one is actually overall a better skill. Alright, so anyways, third is going to be our second hardest hitting skill. 4 is this skill that we've used before on our area damage build. It's a good skill. Decently fast cast. Not the best, but decently fast. Just his third hardest hitting ability in his skill kit. Also, it does flame damage, and we're looking to, if we can, land that flame debuff to increase the damage the damage the enemy takes by 20%. 7 seconds is a decent amount of time, okay? They did buff this. This used to be only like 5 seconds. So, that's pretty good. That's a nice debuff on the enemy. 5, you could honestly make it any skill you want. 5 doesn't really matter all that much. Your 5th skill, you're not going to have a whole lot of opportunity to use it, guys. You're going to be dodging enemy skills a lot, trying to land your big hits. This skill does half the damage of this skill and this skill. So if I waste my time on this when I could have been using another one that hits harder, that's damage lost. So in all fairness, you don't have to use this skill. You could use almost any other skill. The reason I like this one is because the guard break is medium, which is nice, and it has another chance to land that flame debuff. Okay, so even more chance to land that damage received by 20% debuff, as well as a medium guard break. So that's why I have it in my 5th slot. Let's go ahead and do this. Alright guys, here we are at the last arena fight against Ares and Maestro. Again, we're about 10,000 below recommended power. So, as Star-Lord, one of the weaker characters in the game, until you get him high leveled and high power, it can be challenging. So I do recommend doing Star-Lord not as your first main. Okay, have your power rating up from additional squad rating buffs and all that before you attempt to main Star-Lord. But that being said, I have actually really enjoyed playing Star-Lord quite a bit. He is a very enjoyable character to play. I like his skill kit. It flows well. It feels nice. Just a really nice character. So as you saw there, I waited until the spin was over. Made sure I didn't get hit by that. I should not have buffed my crit. In fact, I'm going to take it off autoplay. I got hit by that charge. Thankfully, I didn't die. Alright, so now that we're not on auto, I got hit by that. Okay, so wait for him to start his animation, figure out what he's going to do. He's going to do his spin move, so I can auto attack. And then when he's done, make sure I don't get hit. And then this is your chance to do your big damage ability, guys. Okay, I don't want to do another long cast, so I'm going to make sure I have a chance to dodge the damage. Alright, let's see what he's going to do next. That's fine. I can auto attack. Alright, I can auto attack. He's only going to do it twice. Alright, so we can... Thankfully I was invincible the second time because of my dodge. But alright, so here he goes. We can auto attack during this. Just to maintain distance a little bit. Oh. Alright, so I was invincible, thankfully. I'll go ahead and use my ult. He's going to be standing still long enough to get it off. There we go. Okay, here's another chance while he does his enrage animation. Alright. So I was not intimidated because I knew when he charges up to you, before he starts his animation, he's not doing anything yet. Okay, he has to figure out what he's going to do, and then he starts it. So you have a quick chance while he's running up to you to finish your animation that you were in the middle of. Okay, now he's enraged and also a little bit lower health, so he's going to do things more often, such as charge and jump. So now he's going to charge 3 times, I believe, instead of just 2. Alright, so I'm trying to get some distance to make sure I don't get hit by that. Alright, I'm going to auto attack. I don't want to use a skill yet because I don't... Nope, he's going to jump. Okay, don't want to get hit by these. Okay, so I can auto attack though when I get a chance. and use skills that don't have as long a cast time. And as you can see, I'm not using my 5th skill very much like I predicted. I'm auto-attacking just to be safe. Okay. Alright, so... Alright, good. Big damage. As much as we can. Okay, 4 tosses because he's low health. Our ult is up again already. That's nice. Remember? He can close, but then when he starts his animation, we don't want to let him hit us. Alright, so I'm thinking he's only going to charge 3 times, but now he's going to jump 3 times. So we have chances to auto-attack while we're waiting for the animation to finish. Okay, we can buff. Have a chance to do a quick skill. We can auto-attack again. Maintain distance. Alright. And then good. I can ult. Okay, so don't have a whole lot of time. Can't use my big hits. Oh, no, here we go. Quick little chance while he does that. Yikes. I'm going to go ahead and dodge away. He got a little too close for comfort there. Alright, so we're safe. Let's go ahead and land a big damage hit. I should have buffed my crit, but that's okay. He's going to come close. Nope, he's going to throw it first. As long as you're out of range, he doesn't hit you. Alright, so he's going to close, and then we're going to figure out what he's going to do. He's going to charge. Okay, just keep distance, keep spinning in a circle from him. Or I should say, keep rotating around him. Now he's going to jump 4 times as well. But we can auto-attack in between each jump. Okay, quick cast. Not the long ones. Okay, now he's going to start his spin. Don't want to get hit by the whole thing. He will chase us a little bit. Okay. Alright, big hit. Should have buffed my crit. I'll buff my crit now and then land my second big hit. Okay. Unnecessary damage there, but that's okay. Alright, now he's going to dodge. He's almost down, so I actually want to land some autos if I have a chance. As he's passing me. Nice. Okay, now he's going to jump, but I think I can land this one. There we go, we got it. Okay, let's fight Maestro. Rule number 1, guys. Lock the target. Alright. Okay, so you don't want to get hit by his ground pounds. Those are what you got to watch out for. He's going to jump. I'm going to go ahead and evade that. Okay, so we're going to dodge out of that. See, I'm keeping a very close eye on how many dodges I have available. I always try to keep 1 dodge available just in case so I can get out of a big one-hit skill like that. Because that will kill you in 1 hit, guys. If you don't have a dodge available, you are simply just screwed. Goodbye. So. Okay. I know I've got quick opportunities to land damage in between his skill animations. So I'm just letting him finish some animations, give me a chance to land some hits. Oh. Oh, that was close. And looks like we got his first bar down, so we can go on to the last fight. I'm going to go ahead and pause it here, and then resume when we get to that spot. Alright guys, here we are. Just finished off these little enemies. Alright, so lock target. Don't be intimidated by the small little area that you have. If you're rotating around the target effectively because you've locked him, it's not too difficult to dodge his attacks. It's the same recipe as before, guys. Okay. Okay, make sure you save at least 1 dodge for a Hail Mary. Get out of jail free. Okay, like this one. I have nowhere to go. I have to wait and time it. There. So I timed it so I would be invincible. I took a quick look around. There was no safety for me there. He went right in the middle of the arena, and that skill, that particular skill, hits the entire arena if he lands in the middle. So, nothing I could do. If I did not have a dodge available, I would have been screwed. Also, if you've got more than one dodge, right, that is a one-hit kill. That is his hardest hitting skill. If you've got, like, say, 2 dodges available, consider using both of them just to be safe. If you're in the same situation where he's going to hit the whole arena and you can't dodge. So, yeah, unfortunately, can't see. Alright, we're going to use our ult when we get a chance. Alright, here. Let's go to the edge of the arena. Nope. Same thing as before. He's been hit in the middle. That's really bad. Really unlucky. If that happens to you and you're not ready for it... Oh, that's really going to hurt. Okay, barely out of range. Ah, he's giving me a hard time this time. We're going to do this. Okay. I took a lot of unnecessary damage there. If you're coming in here lower power than me, that might hit you a lot harder. I did have 3 dodges available. I could have dodged a lot of that damage, but again, I kind of know my limits. So if you're in the same situation and he's hitting you a lot harder, don't be worried. Okay, look. I can save a dodge. See how that landed? I knew I had enough space, so I did not have to use a dodge there. I could save it. So don't panic and hit the dodge button when you don't have to. Try to save your dodges in moments where you know you can get away with it. Really important. We're going to buff our crit and land a hit. Try to land that flame debuff. I've not had any luck with it so far. We're not really building status effect accuracy. In fact, we're so low on power that... Okay, big hit coming in. But again, don't need to dodge. See? I knew I was going to have enough space. So. Okay. Okay, we got a chance to land a big hit here. Alright, sorry about that sound. Blue stacks just does this. Okay. Nope. Good chance to land my ult. Nope. Ouch. Oh my goodness. Okay, good chance. Yeah, so he is giving me a bit of a hard time this time around. Hulk sure keeps dying a lot. Okay, we're going to buff our crit, land a hit. Alright, big smash coming in. I got a little bit of room, but I'm not going to chance it. I dodged just in case. As you'll find sometimes, it's very frustrating. Game lag can make it look like you are outside the circle, but you'll still get hit. Okay, so if it's really close, don't take the chance. Go ahead and burn a dodge, because it may look like you're outside the circle, but game lag can mess up sometimes. And you're still inside the circle and you'll still take damage. So I went ahead and used a dodge there, even though it looked like I was outside the circle, just to be on the safe side. Because that has happened to me before. Okay, we're going to go ahead and finish him off here. Excellent, we did it. I'll go ahead and skip that. You guys can watch those animations, or at least those cutscenes, when it's your turn. Don't want to ruin it for anybody. Loading into the main HQ has been very laggy lately. The game has become more and more popular. So on the plus side, the game is very popular. On the downside, it's getting a bit laggy sometimes in certain areas. But that is it for this playthrough, guys. I hope you enjoyed the Star-Lord gameplay and the skill builds. And it shows you how to do those fights on Star-Lord. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.